Very poor first half. We got punched in the face, and we allowed ourselves to get punched in the face, and we didn't do well enough. But again, fantastic reaction to come back and tie the game, and get a draw of it, but was not good enough.
What do you think were the main factors then in that first half, and why did it go on?
Well, it looked like we were a little bit out of sync. That's what it looked like. That we were very much out of sync, and we were not going together, and we were not sharp.
Another come from behind, draw. Saw it last week against Sacramento.
Yeah.
Now this week, what do you make of that comeback, just in general?
Well, I mean, it takes strength, it takes mentality, it takes belief, and they show it. But I know that there's so much more within this group and their quality, and for us it's very important not to allow to get punched in the face. I think we've allowed that too many times, and it's about time that we start punching people in the face and and taking charge in the games.
You said multiple times this year it's like your job as a coach to get the best out of these guys and
Yeah.
get them to reach their potentials. How do you squeeze that mentality out of the players where it is
Well, I
being
mean-
the ones who throw the punches?
Well, I mean, that is that you talk to them, you work with them, But it's that's the beauty of our sports, And nobody said it was going to be easy, and I don't like it easy. I love the challenges, and and I can't blame the players because also they're giving everything that we asking them, and to come back again, that is a that is a good thing to do. You didn't lose, which is something, but you want to turn those ties into victories because that will help you more.
Paul, we see Carl and Pop come on at halftime, and Rafa and Colin exit the game.
Yeah.
What was your thinking sort of behind those substitutions, and what did you feel like you got out of those guys in the second half?
Well, those substitution was planned because Colin is coming from injury and hasn't played a lot, so we knew that he was on minute restriction. Same as Rafa, and so we knew that we have Carl and Papa that can go do the job.
And then we saw Asenge play as really more of a right back. It looked like to me anyway. What did you hope to get out of him in that role, and did you feel like it paid off as well?
Well, we got out of what we expected from him, and we know that he's going to give us driving the ball forward, creating opportunities. I think he did that, and there was one he was in the box, but unfortunately he didn't control himself enough to maybe get a shot or get a good cross. But I was very happy with what he gave me. I was very happy with Pap as well.
Thoughts on the amount of stoppage time that was played in the first half?
Well, I don't think that is the reason that we conceded. If we look at it, because we conceded because we we didn't take a good set piece. That's it. That was on us. That has nothing to do with the extra minutes or everything. So we did not fucking we did not take the free kick well enough, and we got scored on, and we got punished. And in this game is marginal games.
When you look at maybe the difference, the last 30 minutes of the game with Hope and the first 60, what did you see maybe differently from your number 10 in terms of picking up spaces?
Well, I think he was in good phase, in good space in the first half, but I don't think we saw him that well. But also, I don't think he made himself that much of available in there as well. So I mean, the last 30, maybe the game opened up, and then he got more space to play. So that was the difference. In first half, Loudoun, they were very compact. Second half, obviously, when you go man for man and the game become a little bit stretched, more space is going to come, and we know that playing in this heat is not easy for any team, and again we saw that.
Spoke about players, the type, not the type, but it's just a habit of getting punched in the face and then throwing punches. Is there a possibility we see a mentality change soon, with just the players, starting off hotter in that first half?
Absolutely, that is the plan. You want us to start high. You want to be aggressive. You want to be on the front foot, and it's just, it's that switch, that switch from the inside. That desire that to go and say, what, today we're gonna make it happen. So it's that little bit of a desire in there. Like I say, I will never doubt my players' effort and will. But again, we are all human beings, and sometimes you may need an extra motivation, and whatever it is, find it within yourself, because this game, this game is about your own will and your own desire, right? To want something more than somebody else that is next to you, whether it's somebody sitting next to you in the locker room or the opposition. Your will and your desire should be the one that should drive you. You should never wait people to drive you or the external factor to drive you. It's your internal factor that drives you.
Wow. Good question. Not to kind of ask for all of your substitutions in the second half, but one I think that was interesting was Sheehan coming on for Noble. Was that something you just kind of saw in the first few minutes out of the half? Like, kind of what was the situation there with making that move?
Yeah, that was one of it, because we needed somebody more dynamic, somebody that was good at dribbling, and somebody that could take spaces, and Cian does that very well. So that was one of the reasons behind it, and he's more creative. So, and we knew that we have JP, who again was a menace. Respect to JP, from here, and it means a lot for him, to play for Phoenix Rising, and and drive that, and you could see what he meant for us in second half, or through the whole game. He threw his body everywhere, he was everywhere. But for that change, that was very important for us, because we needed more creativity and to open up spaces when that opened up.
Question in the room?
Is that points lost or points won in your mind?
This is a point that you take, because you did not lose, right? You fought, you did not lose. But we can't be satisfied. We can't be satisfied. I'm not satisfied. I know the club is not satisfied. The coaching staff is not satisfied. Players are not satisfied. We have to do better.